order. If you could please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Before we get started, I'd like to let the record reflect that Eric Williams and Drew are not here. They're excused for the meeting this evening. Are there any corrections, deletions, or additions to the agenda?
Actually, I would like to add, there were concerns of trustees pollinators.
Any others? Seeing none, the agenda will stand. We don't have anything for unfinished business. We'll take over to the new business section with the Stark County Health Department update. Good evening, and thank you for coming.
Good evening. My name is Randy Ruskowski. I'm a unit manager with the Stark County Health Department. I brought Faith Klein with me today as well. She is the food safety specialist for Plain Township. So with that being said, I brought an updated directory of the environmental staff that we have here, so that you guys have access to their emails and direct phone lines and that sort of thing. I also have some information about bird flu. Even though that seems to have kind of died out in the news, it's still a potential threat. Some of the updates that we've done this year with environmental is we've been working with the county GIS agency to put together an interactive map showing where the properties in the county are that have water wells. So right now we're about 40,000 water wells mapped for Stark County. So we're looking to exactly kind of pinpoint the ones that we know about. And so if you pull up an aerial photo, we'll be able to see where the well's located, and then also have it, so if you click on it, you can see when it was drilled, the depth of the well, what sort of soils, that sort of thing.
That's fantastic info, because I believe we have the most wells in the state, correct?
Yes.
No, that's
Septic.
And wells too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our infrastructure in Stark County was never developed outside the city limits. So anything outside the city limit, basically, a lot of times end up on wells or septic systems. So this was something that we've been working on for years, and then if you guys are familiar with the East Palestine, something like that, I was out there helping them out. It took days to determine who had wells and who didn't, and it's now in Stark County, we're a matter of seconds that we just draw a circle on there for like a mile radius or whatever, and we can get all that information. So hopefully we never have to use it. There are other avenues too. We're looking to pursue, those areas that are in like a floodplain or whatever. We'll be able to target those wells and send out educational information to them on how to maintain the wells if they get flooded, since they're in a flood zone, that sort of thing. So we're really happy that that's come about. Like I said, we've been working on it for a couple of years, so that's been something that we're real proud of. Our nursing area, our service area for nursing, we've been working with the long-term care facilities. So, with COVID and a lot of that, they're a susceptible population for a lot of disease and different outbreaks. So we've been working closely with them in developing some sort of just corresponding with them to be able to respond to issues if they occur quicker and have a better contact system with them. In our support service areas, we hired someone to pursue grants. It's a grant funded position that's looking for grants to be able to bring in more programs to our department, see what's out there, and obviously help with revenue. So those are kind of the key topics from each of our service areas that we've gone through here in 2024 and looking to continue through 2025 with. So I wanted to leave this with you guys. See if you guys had any questions for us or.
Just applaud, honestly.
Yeah.
The working relationship. I mean, the health department's always been easy to work with, quick to respond.
Yeah, well, we're your health department, so I mean, we work well with zoning and anything we can do. We try to take pride in what we do. So
And we appreciate
Yeah.
the yearly meetings that you hold in the
Yeah.
spring that we attend and
Yes.
get all the information of what's going on.
And we appreciate the attendance there to get quorum as well, so.
Thank you very much
Very
for
good,
taking the
thank
time
you.
to come in. Yes? Thank you very much.
Yes, have a great evening.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, that'll take us to number 2, salute to veterans, and I'll turn that over to our Parks Director, Rob.
And I'll open it up for discussion with the board.
And we are looking at just some changes, or are we
I'm
just
overall.
spruce
I think
it,
an
yeah,
overall
to spruce it up a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're open to any and all ideas, just whatever the board decides is fine with us, so we get some direction to start moving would be good.
I know that we, at the time that we have our event, I gave a speech last year at the Hall of Fame, and it was immediately after ours, and it was packed. So I know that we're not fighting, but we conflict with other events that are going on at the same time. Has anybody ever thought of us doing one at like 4 to 6, where more people can come that are working, that are our veterans, and it's still early enough for the elderly that like to eat early or go to sleep?
Honestly, the only reason we ever really settled on the time that we had, like when we started, I mean, it was breakfast and lunch, it was overkill, and then it got like, hey, how can we taper it down? So we went to the brunch, but to your point, I mean, the only thing I'm adamant about is it stays on Veterans Day, because I know some communities pull them in or push them out. To your point of the evening, what I do like about that, because I miss it personally, is early on we used to do flag retirement ceremonies and so forth. And that just adds a whole different element that, to me, it would be a nice return or in pivot. So I think really the only other thing we don't want all those tables back in there where it was vendors and stuff, but I don't know if we maybe reach out to like Marlboro volunteers, see if they may bring in something as a setup display. Just literally throwing ideas, because I've racked my brain on how to try to do something. I do think it'd be cool if we could find a way. Early on, we used to have the students come over from the STEM Academy, and they actually did surveys. They could tell branch of the military, period of service, the whole 9 yards. Well, I know Congress has the library recording, but maybe it's a partnership between, say, the Historical Society and the STEM or some group of students over at the high school, to where, to me, it's important outside of recognizing the veterans, if we can get the youth to realize that that's living, walking, talking, breathing history right there that makes things more real. I mean,
I agree, because I tried to get the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts to attend for last year, and none of them could because of school. And that's why another reason, maybe 4 o'clock, where it's not too late, but if we could do 4 to 6, it's early enough and it's in between any events that might kick off at 6 p.m. or later, because there's always evening events. But basically, we would have to look at, I hate to conflict with a lot of other events that are nearby that could take away from many.
What about the connection of Veterans Services Commission, DAN? Do they have some record of what events are going on that day?
I can ask, I can
I think that might be a good place to start. That way we could see,
wrote that down.
what else might be going on. And then I would follow that up, maybe if she's gonna talk to veterans, that might be mine.
Wow, blowing everybody's eardrums out there.
Lost my train of thought. Well, the other thing is, if there was some way they could poll current veterans to see perhaps what might fit them, in terms of what events would you want to see, what might you want to do at an event. I'm just reaching, I'm thinking of the 2 relatives that I have, they're veterans, and they're not big pomp and circumstance people. They would come, but, they're okay to spend time with other veterans, but they they just feel better that they're getting recognized and appreciated, but again, I'm just throwing things out there.
Because most veterans don't care for, all like some of the
Yeah,
public.
maybe changing the time could help, get some of the other organizations, be it, like you say, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts,
And maybe just
school
a
people.
collaboration with them.
Yeah, I do like that, working to create that.
Because I know the first 3 years, they were very
Yeah,
active, and I think some of that had to do with somebody who's no longer, Chad Palmer, who's no longer, these were plain locals.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean we can't find
Yeah.
somebody else. I don't, like Rob, I think over the years, you've mentioned even some type of patriotic medley or something, just music or whatever.
We could do, music seems to have, excuse the vernacular, music seems to have played well to the crowd because they're entertained and they're enjoying the fellowship.
So the
Yeah.
symphony does, and I had them at the high school, they do a patriotic medley. Because I had them at an event before,
Yeah.
and they
Just
did it
like
for
a
free.
portion of them,
It was
or-
just,
Yeah.
it was the quartet, yep, and it was 4 or 5 of them, and they were phenomenal, because it's the advanced symphony, youth symphony there.
Yeah.
And they sometimes can have 1 or 2 singers from the singing group there.
From the high school.
Mhm. And,
Well,
That's
whatever,
awesome.
whatever we land on, I think we've just gotta do a better job at advertising. I think we've gotten that's part of the status. And when I say improve, no different than we've done some targeted advertising on social media with our concerts.
yeah.
Figure out what some of the filters are to possibly target.
you could also look at the newspaper articles from last year that showed the repository had a list of all the
Yeah.
events that were going on. That way you kind of get an idea, because usually those events are yearly, and we have an idea then of
And
what
you,
might be
yeah, and you know who you're competing
Yeah.
with.
this year and what
Yeah.
we might, and even get ideas from collaborations if they're local or close, not town.
Hey Rob, do you think it's possible to flush out all these details and have an outline to us by the beginning of next week?
That's what you want, that's what we get done.
I would say by 8 AM in a
Yeah.
PowerPoints, we like our
Those are-
PowerPoints.
I think high level, for me, if we can flesh out some of that stuff, because I've literally tried doing different search stuff, and ideas that come up with just don't seem to resonate.
And then we've.
Like a movie screening, that's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
a poetry and an essay, this is literally, when I Googled and I used Google Gemini, like /ChatGPT, just to come up with, ways
Yeah.
to revitalize a Veterans Day program.
I actually like the one where each veteran got up and spoke a little bit, and said, I served this amount, and you're gonna find at first that a lot of them don't wanna do that until, and then you're gonna see people like, okay, if that guy can do it, I can do it, or that gal can do it, I can do it, but again, like my cousin, he would never get up and do that. That's just him. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it depends on, just even outside of
Yeah.
veterans, people, public speaking and so forth.
Bigger fear than death. It's-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a good starting point. That'll get a little bit of homework assignment for you, and we'll bring it back in a couple, we expect it within 2, no.
Yeah, because it is on a Tuesday, it's on a Tuesday this year.
What are you thinking, like a month and a half till?
No, I literally will start making these calls tomorrow, because in a month and a half, we're in the concert season.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
very, so.
And we need to
The sooner the
start
better.
securing sponsors and.
Or if you're
commission.
calling Deanne.
Yeah, I'll call her
Yeah.
right after this.
Okay, hold on a minute. You're gonna call Deanne?
Yeah, I'll text her and call her after this.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll take that
I'll let
off
you
my
know.
list and the rest I'll get on.
Perfect.
All right, sounds good, thank you. That will take us over to the sheriff's report.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Alright, make this quick. We had calls for service for April, we had 896. We had 67 crashes, only 11 injury accidents. 75 alarms, 197 traffic stops, 125 citations were issued. We did 45 arrests, And then, we had 226 security checks, vacation checks on residents. And our detective was assigned 12 cases. Looks like he closed 10 cases,
Fantastic.
3 felony thefts, 2 breaking and enterings, 2 burglaries, 1 robbery, 1 receiving stolen property, and 1 sex offense. And also in April, we held 2 OBI checkpoints in Plain Township. I don't have the stats from those, but I can get you with the number of cars we checked and the stats from that checkpoint. Those were held on Middle Branch and Martin Road. So I'll get those.
High traffic
stats over
areas.
to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And good job closing all those cases.
Yeah, he's been busy.
I was saying, just a tad.
And then you have your charts for a look back, pretty normal throughout the years, about the same as every year. So, any questions?
If anybody has any questions, please see them after.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, that'll take us over to the fiscal officer report. Tom?
Thank you. Fiscal Officer number 1 is a resolution to authorize the payment of pending warrants in amount of $1,506,361.51.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Hey, Tom, I got a question.
Yeah.
The one that says Plain Township, 5-1, and it's $1,026,095.
Yeah.
Is that tied to the Orion project? Do we know? And that's something
I
of such
can,
large scale that, the fact that it has Plain Township listed.
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably related to that, but Lauren was gone when I got here, so I don't have the full detail on that.
It's really the only big thing.
It's
that
the
we
only big
have.
project we have
Yeah.
going on.
Mhm.
It's not, I'm comfortable voting on it, just if we can just get follow-up clarification.
Sure.
Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 2 is a resolution to authorize payment of regular payroll in amount not to exceed $300,000.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 3 is a resolution to authorize payment of the following medical claims.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 4 is a resolution to authorize the following transfer of funds.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 5 is a resolution to approve payment to the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation for the group retro annual evaluation for the period dates 1/1/21 through 1/1/22, 1/1/22 through 1/1/23, and 1/1/23 through 1/1/24, in the amount of $14,718 to be taken from the following funds.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
And that concludes the fiscal officer report.
Thank you, Tom. Now I'll take us over to Lisa with administration.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a resolution to authorize the attached street closure of Angel Drive on May 31st for a neighborhood block party.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 2 is a resolution for payment to Canton Data Print for the summer newsletter.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 3 is a resolution to authorize the down payment to Lang Monument Company for the columbarium.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 4 is a resolution to approve the memorandum of understanding and payment to the Stark County Health Department for the 2025 mosquito spraying program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 5 is a resolution to proceed with the submission of the question of the renewal of a tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation in and for the Plain Township Police District.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 6 is a resolution for false alarms in excess of 3 responses pursuant to ORC 505.511.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 7 is a resolution to accept and authorize payment to Verde Technologies for Datero bags.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you, and that ends finally the administrator report.
Thank you, Lisa. Now take us over to the fire department, chief.
Thank you. Item number 1 is our monthly report for your review. The one picture there is from our scholarships that we gave at the high school.
Yeah.
So we were glad that we were able to do 5 again this year.
Oh, nice.
That's
Good.
Staying busy as usual. All right, if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, please see chief afterwards. Go ahead.
Okay, item number 2 is a resolution to authorize the resignation of Patrick Martinez as a full-time firefighter lieutenant.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that concludes fire department. Thank you.
Thank you, chief. Now take us over to the road department. And welcome.
Thank you. Item number 1 is the monthly report for your review.
Okay, if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, please see Drew or call. Go ahead.
Item number 2 is a resolution to authorize payment to United Earthworks, progress billing number 2, number 3, and invoice 2025-1894 for downspout connections into new concrete storm sewer for the Orange Street Northwest Improvement Project Phase 1.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 3 is a resolution to amend resolution number 24-366 to change purchase from to the Safety Company LLC DBA MTech and payee to the Farmers and Merchants Bank.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 4 is a resolution to list bids received for the 2025 Plain Township pavement marking and striping project.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 5 is the resolution to award the 2025 Plain Township pavement marking and striping project to JD Striping Services Incorporated.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 6 is a resolution to contract with JD Striping Services Incorporated for the 2025 Plain Township pavement markings and striping project.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 7 is the resolution to list bids received for the 2025 Plain Township concrete curb and gutter project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Number 8 is a resolution to award the 2025 Plain Township concrete curb and gutter project to RMI Cement LLC.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 9 is a resolution to contract with RMI Cement LLC for the 2025 Plain Township concrete curb and gutter project.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that's it for road department.
Thank you. I see you were competing with administration.
Right.
They'll turn us over to the zoning department. Tom?
Thank you, ma'am. Item number 1 is the monthly report.
Okay, if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, please see Tom after. Go ahead.
And item number 2 is a resolution, excuse me, to declare items A through C as nuisance abatements.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 3 is a resolution to initiate an application to the Plain Township Zoning Commission to amend, for Amendment 58925, to update the zoning resolution to reflect the recently passed House Bill 315.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
And item number 4 is a resolution to initiate an application to the Plain Township Zoning Commission to amend Amendment 59125 for a zone change on road department property.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion?
The road department is running out of room, and the only place to expand is the lot to the east of the building. That lot is an R1, and they need to change it to a B2 in order to expand.
We're talking about only the property in the fenced-in area.
Yes.
That was what we cleaned up last year.
Yeah.
That's
A year or two.
correct.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
And that's all for zoning.
Thank you, Tom. That'll take us over to Rob with the Parks Department.
Thanks. Item number 1 is the monthly report.
See, you guys have been busy as well.
We'll try.
All right, go ahead.
Item number 2 is a resolution to increase the rate of pay for Connor Teeter for completing his probation.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thanks. Item number 3 is a resolution to enter into agreement with WONE-FM for advertising for the Legacy Park Amphitheater for 2025 concert series.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
That concludes Parks.
Thank you, Rob. That'll take us back over to Lisa.
Yes, I will do the law director report tonight. Number 1 is a resolution to authorize the law director to initiate litigation for unpaid hotel tax against Baymont Inn, Majestica Inn and Suites.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Yes, they are again 3 months behind. It's October, and then I want to say January and February, but I'd have to, they did pay to get caught up. They missed October. So it's October and I believe January and February.
See, this is beyond frustrating, because they collect that tax.
That is correct.
On the front end, so to think they're entitled to use tax dollars and then delay payment on this litigation, it'd really be nice to see them get hammered with some interest charges as well.
Well, the township did add
Yeah, we did.
the
We extended it.
10% penalty.
Yeah.
And I've sent letters, multiple letters, and then Eric has sent follow-up letters, and it's no response, so.
I want to be business friendly, but the businesses need to do their part as well.
Yeah. Okay, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that ends the law director's report.
Thank you, Lisa. We don't have anything under communications. That'll take us to the portion of the meeting for the public speaking segment, and we welcome any audience member who wishes to address the board. You may refer to our public speaks format that is located on the back desk. You can approach the podium or stay seated, whichever you prefer, but please provide your name and address to the fiscal officer for inclusion in our minutes. Please note that in accordance with Plain Township's regulations, each speaker is allotted 3 minutes to ensure all viewpoints are heard effectively, fostering fairness and accommodating diverse perspectives within the allotted time frame. But also keep in mind that this is not a question and answer format, but an opportunity to speak. The board respects the rights of citizens to present differing opinions, views, and criticisms. Both the board and citizens are expected to respect the comments of others while maintaining the highest levels of decorum. Is there anyone that would like to address the board? Okay, ma'am, if you could stay seated, or you can come up here, I just need your name and address for the,
D. Casterman, 2766 McDowell Street Northeast. You mentioned on the zoning number 4 for the road department. What property is that?
Everything within the fence.
Within what fence?
Behind the road garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that going in on McDowell? Is that gonna go?
No,
no, just
no,
everything in the
no.
fence.
If you can visualize, you remember we surveyed it,
Yes,
finished the fencing all the way around.
yes,
So if you view everything where the existing fence is,
yes.
that's the property, which is directly behind the existing building in the fenced-in area.
Okay, okay,
Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay.
I just had a comment. Why is it you can't move the road department over there with, off Easton, where all those,
It's forever and a day been back there. It's very impractical given a number of other elements, so I would
that's
be,
such a big property over there.
It's not
You've
as
got the
big- it's
dog
not as
park,
big.
you've got all that you could.
and no serve other purposes.
We have, a lot of training done at that fire station. We
Okay.
also have and we also host other fire departments from other townships and cities that go there constantly, Tuesday through Thursday. We also on the weekends, Friday through Monday, in the spring and summer and fall, we have our, yard waste cleanup. And then the dog park in the summer is used for additional parking for the summer concert
Oh, okay,
series.
okay.
And then we also have training classes as well inside those.
I just
the
wondered,
fire department.
it seems like that's so crowded back there, and it's so open over here, that it would make better sense for it to be over here.
We wish we had more space everywhere. I mean, we'll accommodate everybody. All right, ma'am, is there anyone else that would wish to address the board? Yes, sir, if you could please state your name and address.
Gary Bosart, 2670 McDowell.
Okay,
You're gonna leave, you eliminated the 4 properties on McDowell from that zoning
Correct.
thing then, so they'll stay like that?
100%.
Yeah, cause, we moved in there 47 years, just to retire there. I am retired, I like the green. I did work for you people for 20 years, so I understand what goes on, but that would be nice if it could stay green, just those 4. So, I appreciate it.
and thank you for your service to Plain Township.
Thank you.
Anybody
Well, I
else?
served for a year.
Oh, well, thank you for switching. Anyone else that wishes to address the board?
Almost as long as Gary.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Then that'll take us over to trustee Sabo with concerns of trustees for pollinators.
I don't want to spend too much time on this, but as the board knows, we've got a couple requests from beekeeping people. And, at first it seemed like there's no way we can do that, but and I'm just speaking for myself right now. But obviously, there's a problem with bees and the survival of bees.
There is.
And, I'm thinking, okay, so we have parks, we have zoning that restricts bees. Maybe for the sake of discussion, we should maybe look at what we can do. What prohibits beekeeping right now on the property is the size of the lot. And, when you start looking at logistics of all the people that are involved with beekeeping, it's fairly safe. More safe than if you have a vicious dog that is on a chain or something like that, and a kid comes into the yard. And because obviously safety is everything that we want to think about. But the other issue is our parks. And, we got Monarch Meadows that, I'd kind of like to see maybe something that goes along with this name and the attraction of monarch butterflies. And if that just means that we do planting of certain wildflowers or, certain things that would attract them, I'm just looking to maybe add, first of all, something that's not costly, but just something that we can do by changing the logistics of how we do it.
Well, we did plant that pollination garden that's by the dog park last year from the Realtor Association. And if we could expand that even, because
Yeah,
it's a smaller one, and it
absolutely.
wasn't very costly.
Yeah.
The most costly thing was the bench.
Yeah.
We don't really,
That would be a good space, don't you think, Rob, back in that area, or, oh, you
For
know,
pollinators, like planting, we can
Yeah.
certainly plant pollinators there, yeah.
yeah. But what do you think about areas as far as space? Don't we have some space at Veterans too we could
We do,
consider?
that southwest corner that we've let grow
Yeah.
up just to protect the water table from.
Yep,
Yeah,
and we don't have people back there.
Right, we used to mow that down, we could find ways to mow into that, take the brush hog up, mow into that, and provide space for that type of thing as well.
Why don't you give Rob and I till the next meeting to come up with some ideas and some thoughts? I know you mentioned Monarch Meadows, I think we'd have to call and see if that's something, if they consider that the one-time building improvement.
That's what I was.
oh,
So-
okay, yeah,
Because
We
we
probably
can
would
go
wanna
back
do
and-
that,
okay,
but,
yeah.
but we can get those, you
Well,
know, we get those questions
That's,
answered.
Even
that's
if-
going to be a big ask when it comes to
Yeah.
Monarch
Yeah.
Meadows.
Even if we do it close enough,
Yeah,
you know, that it's
Yeah.
not on the property that we
Yeah.
acquired from them,
Yeah.
but even if we did it close enough. But again, I don't wanna get into all the ideas right now, I
we'll
just
look at
want
the
to
two
plant the
areas.
seed.
Yeah, I think expanding the pollinator garden and also putting some bee watering stations are very important, believe it or
Yes.
not.
Yeah,
And then,
absolutely.
yep, and then also, Rob, I think that corner at Veterans might be
Southwest,
ideal,
John,
southwest
I
corner.
think to your point, we've got a place out by the CMBRC, literally
Yes.
just down the road where they sell honey. And we went down there to pick up pumpkins and something one time, and they said, hey, why don't you come back? And I think the gentleman who we were dealing with is on now full city council. Now, I mean, the natural instinct to walk and have just tons of bees around, you know, little skeptical.
Yeah,
Honestly, didn't get bothered by it. And when I say it wasn't just hundreds, I mean, the amount of hives and stuff.
Yeah, bumblebees
couple thousand.
are docile, they're docile,
no, honeybees.
honeybees, sorry. Can you when you think of that name, can you text that to Rob and I, who brought you back there, if you get a chance to look
Yeah.
back, and then we'll do some research and,
also there was a woman that came to our Rotary Club that is in charge of the Bee Keeper Association
and
here.
if you could get that name, and I think Brant Luther isn't he a beekeeper
Oh,
that I
he
could reach
is.
out to?
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
there's,
He absolutely is. I think he's running a number of hives for
Yeah,
a couple of years.
we could reach
oh,
out to
that'd be
Brant,
perfect.
yeah.
And I'll,
So that's three
Nice.
different contacts we
Society,
can kind
yeah.
of reach out to.
and she's fab, I mean, the knowledge between her and Brent.
I have some, well, send me his personal number, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I have a cell. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Now, I will make the motion for the approval of the minutes on April 22nd.
So moved.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo,
Abstain.
Mr. Hawes,
Yes.
Mrs. Harless.
Yes. I will make the motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:38.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes,
Yes.
Mr. Sabo.
Yes.
Mrs. Harless.
Yes. Meeting adjourned.